Hi guys, Squirrel here, and I'm in Bergen. If you know where Bergen is, do you know where Bergen is? You should know where Bergen is. It's all the way up here. The top left of the world. Well, not really the world. Up in Norway, where apparently it's bloody cold. And icy and dark. Which is not surprising considering, in quotes, winter's coming. You may have spotted something. Can you see the minimap? Something weird is happening in Bergen, which I've just spotted, and it rather intrigues me. It seems that Bergen has decided to manufacture and export Yazoo Milkshake! Oh my god! They actually make Yazoo Milkshake in Bergen. I never knew. I really didn't know. So I thought I'd better take... They paint quite a lot of it. All of it's banana. I believe they do strawberry as well. I've decided I'm going to take some banana milkshake to... where should I go? France. France needs to have Yazoo Milkshake. So specifically, I'm going to take it to Dijon. And Dijon is... That's a name of... Isn't they make cheese in Dijon? Somewhere like that. So they should have plenty of milk there anyway, given that they make a lot of cheese in France. But clearly they don't know how to mix it with banana flavour, or strawberry flavour for that matter. So I'm going to take this milkshake from Bergen across the ferry, and then we're going to drive down to Dijon. Let's do that. However, we're going to do it in the Volvo. You saw me do the review of this beauty. Here she is. Oh, it's got a new paint job. I've changed the paint job because I thought this would suit the banana milkshake trailer. We shall see. Lovely looking little beast. Let's go over and pick this thing up, shall we? This is the first proper drive I think I've had in the brand new Volvo FH. So it's not particularly heavy trailer, so we're not going to struggle to pull anything. This 750 is just going to make mincemeat out of that Yazoo Milkshake trailer. We're not going to struggle, that's for sure. Are they going to let me out? You let me out, dude? You going to be nice? Or do I have to be really pushy? Well, that answers that question. She's not very friendly in Bergen, apparently. We're going to talk more about the AI. Because obviously that's what's controlling that right now. God, traffic's busy. 8:30 AM rush hour for you. I can't believe this. Are you going to let me out? You should let me out. Look, a Volvo driver in front. Whoa. Apparently, that's not the driver. What the hell? She just left a massive gap. Let's go back a bit. Well, that scratched the new Volvo. What I was about to say was that Volvo driver up there didn't let me out. And this one... Oh no, she's pulling away. Gonna move on. So we've just rearranged the rear end of that. What is that, by the way? I can't see what car that is. A Volkswagen, I think. Let's have a quick look. Let's get a bit closer. That's an intimidating sight, isn't it? This dude here. I can't make out what kind of car that is. It looks a bit like a Passat, but I don't think it is. Yeah, he was totally hidden, which is what that mirror there's for, but I got mixed up and thought that he was already... I thought he'd already moved on. It's a bit bizarre to leave such a huge gap as he did. Anyway, so now we've scratched the Volvo. It's time to go and pick up a Yazoo milk trailer, and I'm going to talk about a few things today. I'm going to talk about, obviously, the 1.7 patch and what just dropped. I'm going to talk about 1.8 and what's to come. And I'm going to give you my opinions and, well, certainly a wish list of things that I would like to see come into this game in the not too distant future. And also in American Truck Simulator, which shouldn't be too far away. Here we are, the Yazoo factory. Look at that. Look at the sign over the door. Yazoo. By the way, this mod, obviously it is a mod, has been expertly made for me by one of my wonderful followers and subscribers. It's taken him quite a bit of time. Actually, two guys made a Yazoo trailer for me. This is the one that looks more like, I think, a Yazoo bottle. He's done a very good job of this. Look at this. It's a fantastic job. It really... I've shown you my the Yazoo Milkshake bottle on my stream quite a few times. Wow, this is impressive. You know what's impressive about this? The whole damn floor... Like, the whole thing has just got Yazoo. Like, the factory's called Yazoo. The whole courtyard is filled with Yazoo trailers. It really is as if this is a milkshake factory. This is really cool. So, yeah, two guys made a trailer. This one, I think, looks more like the Yazoo bottle. However, the other one that was done for me, I can't quite get to work. So I'm hoping I'll get it to work soon. I need to chat more with the author about it, about the problems I've got with it. It's not as... it doesn't look as much as a milkshake bottle, but it's a very good design in itself. It's a very unique design, and he's managed to put a squirrel logo and all kinds of things on it. So if I can get it to work, I'll show you that one as well. Maybe in a stream or something like that. But for now, we'll go with this one. Scarier. However, I must point out something, because I will be making this trailer available for download. I'm going to package it up with the author's permission, and his name will be in there, and so on. But I basically had a conflict. There was definitely conflicts going on with the other trailer mods that I was running, and the end result is I've had to turn off my other trailer mods in order to get this thing to work. So when I do get it pushed out onto Modsaholic, and I'll put a link in the video description, be aware of that. I'll put that in the README that, you know, you may have other trailer packs that conflict with this. So, you know, I can't I can't troubleshoot all of that for you. If you want to play with other trailer mods, they're going to conflict with this, then you might have to turn them off to get it to work, or you may have some success depending on what you're using. The variables are infinite, basically. So that is the caveat. Hello, how do we get through here? That is the caveat if you want to try and use it. Is wow, this is a tight turn. You may have to disable mods to get it to work, and you know, please don't be sending me hundreds of messages saying how do I get this to work, because the answer is trial and error. That's what I had to do. That's alright, we've made it into there. Actually, let's just have a quick look while we're here. Let's just have a quick look from the outside. Look at that. That looks pretty good. I think the it would look slightly better if the Yazoo had been the other way around. I think the white bit would have been at the front, because it would have complemented the front of this thing. You see what I mean? Because the back of the trailer is where the white bit is. If that white top had been at this end, then it would have run straight into the white part of the truck, and I think that would have looked pretty cool. But as it stands... Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, I see what he's done. I never... Yeah, I see. So basically on this side, it is white at the top. There you go. That makes sense. Basically, it's a skin that's wrapped one half one side and then one half on the other. But obviously the writing, in order to keep the writing the same, you have to... yeah, I see what he's done. I'm sure you... I can't really explain it, but I'm sure you get it. Cool. Well, let's get on with this. Let's get on with the trailer and talk about some stuff, shall we? Let's try pulling away in 4th gear. No problem. This truck can actually start in 8th gear, no problem on its own, so I really don't think it's going to struggle with this trailer, like I say. This is the first ferry trip, so we're going to go over to England momentarily. Let's take that ferry. Newcastle upon Tyne, which is here. Newcastle upon Tyne used to be a big ship exporter. And I think we may have to pretty much do a U-turn here. This is going to be interesting. Oh, hang on. To do view other destinations, maybe we don't have to move. No, we don't have to move. We just go straight there, I think. Yeah, there we go. I was thinking we might have to Ooh, nighttime. Go off and then go back out a bit and then, you know, hook back up the... Oops, I don't want to press that. I want to press F4. There we go. High beam is what I'm after. Front auxiliaries. Let's get the roof auxiliaries on. There we go. 11:30 at night. Bit of nighttime trucking with Squirrel. Yeah, I was thinking we might have to just loop back and go up a ramp and get back in the ferry, but we don't. It's fine. So yeah, you're going to see all the basic names on the trailers again. All the NAF names. As we run with the default set of trailers and mods. We're turning right out of here. I'm going to try and not cause this Volvo any more scratches. We've already hit a car. Luckily we hit a car before we picked the trailer up, so we've not lost any money or rep or XP or anything like that. Right. So, you know I put this video up about this thing, this Volvo FH in 1.7. And I showed you around the configuration elements. Lovely seeing it actually at night time. Lovely seeing what the console looks like. Look at that. It's a lovely display. Looks really good. I think Volvo have done a cracking job on this. I think they've just moved the bar up on Scania in terms of design. And I think that Scania really need to do something now. They need to get their A game back out, redesign their interior, and stylize their exterior. I like Scania trucks, but I think, you know, the basically Volvo have obviously pushed this thing out, and Scania need to respond in kind, I think. But anyway, so somebody pointed out that the silver radiator, you know, when I was talking about the silver rad and the black rad, the silver comes with the FH16 basically. When you stick the 540 engine on, you end up with an FH16, and that always has a silver rad on it. So that explained that one, so thank you for that. The interior, funnily enough, is cream in Euro Truck, but if you actually look at the interior of the real truck, it's basically a dark grey, so I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe SCS thought they'd just take some artistic license and a light brown or beige would look good. Personally, I would have liked to have the option of a light brown and a grey as well. I think that would have been nice. Creamy brown isn't really my thing, mostly because as you're driving it, well obviously not in this game, but if you were driving it for real, it tends to show up all the marks and dirt a lot easier than a sort of a grey or a dark grey, or even a black for that matter. But that's personal preference. What's that car doing up here? Did that just have a little altercation with somebody? I think he did. Force feedback's kicking in round here. This is a very bumpy road. You see it, the undulations on the road. So yes, hang on, we're going to have to... Oh, I hope this is one of the things they fix with the new AI. Oh, look at that! Look at that! That's classic AI stupidity right there. Whoa, come on, dude. Yeah, you really need to get a move on. There we go. That's the kind of thing I want to stop. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but bear that in mind when we talk about the AI. So you may have noticed the video I did, the Volvo FH video I did, was featured on World of Trucks website, which was kind of cool. If you go to the World of Trucks website, there's a couple of featured videos on there. One of them's the Xbox Ahoy one that he did when he did an introduction to Euro Truck many moons ago. And one of them is the Volvo FH review. And the other thing, whoa, dude, you don't overtake and cut in like that. What are you doing? Insanity. It's almost like the game knows I'm going to talk about the AI, so it's just demonstrating how bad it is. It's incredible. Yeah, the wheels that I used on the FH were actually... I still had a Peterbilt. Remember I did the Peterbilt on a stream? And basically they were still installed, and so the shiny sort of rims that I had, they were straight off the Peterbilt mod. They are not default Volvo. Which is slightly annoying, because I only found that out after I made the video. Because I basically traded the Peterbilt in to get the Volvo. Other things. The pumpkin. You saw the DLC. What do you think about that? What are your thoughts on that DLC? Obviously, that's a new direction for Eurotruck, new direction for SCS. It's something they've never done before, but I have suggested quite a few times in previous videos that, you know, similar to somebody like Train Simulator, where they basically sell trains, but they sell them for ridiculous prices in Train Sim. You know, so £12 a go. I would never like to see that in Eurotruck, like £12 for a truck. But they're making available, you know, high quality skins, cosmetic stuff. And the first one that they did was a Halloween pack. So, you know, you saw I've got one of the skins on right now, which we can't see because it's nighttime. And you saw the pumpkin one on the Volvo video. So what were your thoughts about that? What were your thoughts about the price point? Did you think it was a reasonable amount of money? Obviously, I think at the moment maybe it's only available on Steam. I don't know if there's any plans to make it purchasable from their site. I don't know if there's a technical reason for that. But as I've said before, if you do have a valid copy of the product, then get your key and stick it into Steam. You can just go to the menu, go redeem key, put your genuine product key in, it will recognize it, and you'll be able to then play Eurotruck through Steam. That will work the Going East key as well. So even if you bought it outside of Steam, you can still redeem it in Steam. And if this is something that SCS are doing, if this is a direction that they are taking, then, you know, I would suggest that you make that move to Steam now. And the other advantages, of course, are that it keeps the game updated for you. I mean, that's a huge boon, not having to go and download patches. So there are upsides to it. But obviously, not everybody wants to have Steam. Not everybody has a Steam account, but it's not really hard to make one, so... If SCS are going that direction, then you may just have to bite the bullet and do it anyway. But yeah, I'm interested in your thoughts on the DLC, and if you think that was a good direction. Obviously, the pack lets you put the skins on any truck, not just the Volvo, so I kind of like it. I think it's kind of cool. SCS aren't a very big company, and they do need to keep money coming through the door. If we're ever to see, you know, a multiplayer, they're going to need more money, basically. They're going to need to hire at least another 30 people, I would suggest. At least. So the money has to come in somehow. And little microtransactions don't, you know, they're not that painful. And yeah, that's my view anyway. I don't know what you think, but that's my view. So the next patch is 1.8, which I don't think will be that far away. I think we'll be seeing 1.8 in a matter of weeks, I would have thought. I think that's the new thing they're doing now. They've become a lot more agile. And 1.8 brings something I think we've all been waiting for since this game came out. We've loved and hated the AI in this game. Well, SCS has basically spent 15 months, 15 months, rewriting the AI. Probably, I'm thinking the AI is shared amongst other games, you know, like Scania Truck Sim. But essentially that AI is fairly simplistic, and they've taken the decision to rewrite it, and it has taken them 15 months to do it. Which I find incredible. I don't know if that's just 15 elapsed months, or whether that's 15 months of some guys, or one or two guys just solidly working on it. But what's it going to bring? What they're going to do? You've just seen some of the problems with the AI. I'm pretty certain if you've played this game, you've experienced the problems with the AI. Some of the crazy things it does, the lack of giving way, and then the giving way at crazy points, and collisions, leaving gaps, lane changes that happen extremely quickly and aggressively, stopping unnecessarily so you end up going in the back of them. You know, the list goes on and on and on. I can't wait to see if they've addressed this. I can't wait to see if they've fixed this stuff. But if they've been working on it 15 months, then one would hope that they are reasonably happy with the outcome. And I can't wait to see that. So that's the next big thing that's going to come in 1.8. Oh, and the fact the drivers, yes, I forgot to mention, the drivers themselves in the cars are not going to drive around like little robots and clones anymore. They're actually going to have sort of randomized sets of attributes so that they will behave in different ways. Don't know how detailed that is, but certainly you're going to see some fast and some slow and some aggressive and some passive. it's going to mix it up a little bit. They're not going to be like little clone drivers anymore, so that's going to be interesting to see. And, you know, I have to say, you know, I do have a computer science background, and I did study AI, artificial intelligence, at university when I was doing computer science there, and it's difficult. AI is a very specialized subject. I mean, you can come out of university and you can just purely focus research on AI. And you've seen it, you know, these companies that are making robotic sims and, you know, machines that try to emulate humans or behave in a human-like manner. You know, AI is difficult, and AI in games in particular is very difficult. And it's no different in Euro Truck, just trying to get these drivers. They're not really drivers, are they? Computer is controlling all of the trucks and the cars and the vehicles, and it's trying to simulate them being driven by what you perceive to be people. They're not really people. It's just logic. It's just running through AI logic, and it is a very difficult thing to write. It's a very non-linear thing, AI, and all of the coding that they have to write is essentially linear. It's procedural. It's whatever they've written it in, C. I don't know what language they've chosen to write this in. Probably C. It usually is, or C++. But it's not easy. And the guy who had to do it has had a tough job, I'm sure. And I can't wait to see the fruits of his effort, basically. So what's coming after 1.8? So if 1.8 is bringing a brand new AI, what can we expect after 1.8? Well, we're currently running up to Halloween, which basically means that if the 1.8 is coming out, let's say, a few weeks' time, so let's say, and I am guessing, I don't know, but if we're saying, say, mid-November, mid to late November would seem reasonable, then given that kind of 2-3 week drop cycle, it doesn't take a genius to work out that the next drop would be December. So maybe this is the plan. Maybe monthly drops are the key. Maybe this is what Mr. Pavel has got up his sleeve here. And if we're talking about a December drop, then are you thinking what I'm thinking? Surely one of the things on that list of deliverables is cosmetic DLC for Christmas. It's got to be, hasn't it? It's got to be. I reckon it's going to inject a little bit more fun into this game. The pumpkin skins were pretty good fun, and I think you're going to see reindeer and Santa skins and snowman skins. You know, it's got to be, hasn't it? It's got to be. There's got to be Christmas skins going on in December, so I would thoroughly expect a DLC drop for that. He has mentioned to me before the idea of facelifting some trucks. I don't know which ones. I don't know which truck is being facelifted. I guess if you guys happen to know that a manufacturer has facelifted a truck that's in this game, then let me know, because it's probably going to be one of those. And then I believe the plan is to go for another truck, maybe another truck in the works. Essentially, I think what we're seeing is monthly content drops to keep us all happy and playing the game. Obviously bug fixing and addressing issue, that goes without saying. But I think we're essentially in a holding pattern with regular small drops that are going to keep us happy, if you like, until American Truck Simulator comes out. Speaking of which, you may have noticed, you may have seen, I don't know, certainly one subscriber sent me a message and brought it to my attention, but a German website, we're getting off here, a German website has, in quotes, leaked details of, whoa, I can't see a thing, look at these lights, I can't see a thing, that was terrible. They have leaked details of American Truck Simulator, the date of release, even down to the cover on the game. Yep, they're that good, they've got a leak. Well, I had a quick chat with Mr. Pavel, and I can confirm that it's all rubbish, it's utter nonsense. The date is wrong, the cover has not even been designed yet. I don't know where they got all of that stuff from, but essentially, they made it up. So this company, this website in Germany was reporting a late January drop for the game. Utter nonsense. I don't think even Pavel at this stage knows when he's going to be able to make the drop. I went over there way too quickly, by the way, because I'm not paying attention because I'm talking. Don't do that in a truck. That's crazy and stupid, and you can break the articulation. Not to mention the suspension and damage the goods. Moving on. Yeah, basically it's utter nonsense. So if you hear about a release date for American Truck Simulator and you don't hear it from SCS and you don't hear it from me, take it with a pinch of salt. It's probably just a guess. But I'm sure the website will allow you to reserve a copy. Which is, after all, what it's all about, yeah? They're trying to get you to buy a copy of the game from them. A game that's not even been published yet. Hilarious. The unscrupulous tactics of certain web distributors, shall we say. So, yeah, American Truck Simulator. That's obviously the next big thing. When is it going to come out? We don't know. When would we hope it would come out? I would hope, given the screenshots that we've seen, they've obviously got maps. They've obviously got some trucks designed. They've obviously got some map areas designed. Pavel mentioned on the live stream that we're going to see an early access version, which is something they've never done. So you're seeing this a lot on Steam now, where things are getting green lighted, especially. And you're seeing early access stuff, like example, 7 Days to Die. It was an early access, so it's not a finished game. It's not even a beta, really. It's just a taster, a sample, go and play with this, and we're going to refine it and build it as you're playing it. It's a great idea. It means that the developer can get cash through the door quite early on in the development pipeline. If you consider that if they release American Truck Simulator on early access, it could be another 6 months away before the product is considered to be released. I think they've had an altercation here. Look at this. Yeah, they're having a Mexican standoff. That AI. So I would hope, given what I've seen so far of screenshots, I would hope, and it really is, guys, do not take this as I know something. I would hope that we'll see something by, let's say, March or April, going into Easter next year. Get Christmas out the way, and then maybe 3 months later, they'll have something to package up for early access. It would be cool if they could do that, and I can't wait. I am so excited for that. I'm so excited for American Truck Simulator. I think they're going to start out in California in terms of the map. Obviously, America is huge. North America, you know, when I say America, I mean just North America is huge. But then you've got Canada, you've got up into Alaska. Look at these guys in front of me. They've done it again. He's done it again. Expert driving, sir. And then you could even drop down into Mexico. So my theory goes like this. If they release American Truck Simulator, the early access, and people start to play it, the mod authors are going to get hold of that. And one of the first things, surely one of the first things they're going to do, if SCS are basically starting to build the various states of America, and they're going to start with the West Coast, I would reckon the mod authors are A, going to start building other states, but B, more importantly, I think they'll start to build Canada, and they'll start to build Mexico, and I know for a fact, because Pavel has told me, there's a huge following of Eurotruck down in South America. A huge following. We don't hear from those guys a lot because, well, most of them can't speak English, to be honest. They all speak Spanish and so on. But apparently, ETS is really popular in South America. And I think we could almost guarantee that somebody's going to write or develop a map for South America. So imagine the situation where by the end of 2014, we'll have a full-blown American Truck Simulator product, and we'll have mods that will probably cover a good chunk of America and North America and a good chunk of Canada. Somebody is bound to do Alaska. I think that's almost a certainty. And Mexico and down into South America. Because if you consider that those, you know, that continent is huge, and it's wonderfully connected, and there are an awful lot of people there, you know, billions of people that live across that continent. And I feel certain that the mod authors are going to basically develop mod map packs for that. So that's going to open the door. As soon as American Truck Sim comes out, it's going to be a blast, because we're going to be driving all around the place. And South America has some of the most ridiculous and dangerous roads you could imagine. So you can see a mod author writing one of those routes that goes over the mountain pass with the, you know, 300-foot drop to the left and a road barely wide enough for a truck. You can see that coming. Exciting times is what I'm trying to say. I think 2014 is going to bring some amazing stuff. Where does this leave Eurotruck? I don't know. I mean, I would hope that they'll carry on with the content drops for Eurotruck while American Truck is still being developed. And I would hope that ultimately SCS can tie the two games together. You know, it doesn't seem entirely unfeasible that you could, to me anyway, I'm in the wrong lane. It doesn't seem entirely unfeasible to me that you could have American Truck Simulator and European Truck Simulator. You've bought them both, and essentially, you know, you want to basically have one game that you start. You want World Truck Simulator to start, and it'll just say, right, you know, here's your trucking empire. You've got Europe, and you've got America, the Americas, shall we say? Or I mean Luxembourg. Seems to be doing some crazy road trips here. I'm just following the sat-nav, but Luxembourg. Oh, I see where we've gone. We've just basically gone round Luxembourg. It doesn't seem feasible to me to start a game called World Truck Simulator, which is, you know, integrated with your World of Trucks profile online. And then you can just pick a truck up in Europe and drive that. You could get it on the ferry. A couple of days later, or rather a number of days later, it would appear over in America. So you could take an American truck into Europe, you could take a European truck into America, and so on. Why not? Why the hell not? I think that's the way the game has to go anyway. I think it has to be gradually bringing these things together so that we've just got one, you know, world of trucking game, if you like. I think that has to happen. And I think it will, ultimately. I think with, you know, World of Trucks, the site is a step in that direction. I think multiplayer is still a long way off. I doubt they've even started multiplayer. I don't think they possess the team skills. I think all of the games they've written are very much offline games. I think the only way they're going to tackle that one is to get enough money to invest in a team that has experienced in writing online games, you know, multiplayer games. Because it is a skill, and somebody's going to have to do that while they're building all this other stuff, which is why I said to you they need more developers, basically. But not just more developers with certain specialized skills, because writing an online game is not easy. And you know, how they're going to partition the servers up, and then you need investment in the servers, which you can arguably do with Amazon S3 type stuff. You could do it that way and it will just scale up. But it does take a lot of investment to get this stuff up. You know, hundreds of thousands to do this kind of thing, if not millions. If you've got a team of 5 developers, you know, and you're paying them for a year, it's the wage bill alone is quite a bit. And then there's the equipment and all the other stuff they're going to need. It's not cheap. So I don't begrudge paying a couple of quid for a bit of DLC here and there. I think, you know, like I've said before, I like to support the indie developers, and I think SCS, you know, they've doubled in size from 15 to 30, and they're still growing because of this game, because of the success of this game. I think we can turn off the headlights now, can't we? It's early morning, one of my favourite times of day in this game, 5:44 AM, the sun is coming up. It's all good. So briefly then, we'll say briefly, we've got 200 kilometres left yet. What would I put on my wish list? You know, not just for European Truck Simulator, Euro Truck Sim, but for American Truck Sim, World Truck Sim. What would be What would be on my wish list for things to do? Well, I've mentioned a few of these before, I think, but one thing is I would like another articulation point for mod authors. I think I like the idea of road trains and double articulation trailers. You know what the articulation point is? It's obviously, it's the connection between the trailer and the truck. That point where it meets there is the articulation point. And although you may have been able to get trailers that have what looks like 2 units, yeah, the kind of tandem trailers, they don't have a second articulation point. So you can't, when you watch them turn a bend, you'll see the 2 trailer units turning as one, because there is no simulation of that second point. I need to be in the slow lane here. So I'd like to see them put that in to give mod authors a bit more flexibility. We could then see some really cool trailers, I think. You know, double unit tandem trailers. I think that'd be awesome. Are you just gonna hog that lane? Or are you gonna let me in, dude? Thank you. That's one of the things. I would like to see a bit more scripting. Now, scripting is something I have mentioned before. And, you know, I don't know if they've done this already, but I really hope that they have... Speed camera. Nearly got done for speeding. It was 70, I was doing 78. I really hope that they've written the AI in a script language. And I really hope that they open up access to that for mod authors. If you think about something like World of Warcraft, if you've ever played World of Warcraft, the configuration that you can get, the mods that you can get for World of Warcraft are staggering. Like, they really are staggering. And backing that up is a language called Lua, L-U-A. It's a scripting language. And it's specifically made. It's built for things like this. And there are an awful lot of LUA developers out there, or Lua developers out there. And Lua would be a perfect choice for a scripting engine in this game, for that reason. But they must allow the mod authors the ability to draw things on the screen. So think about World of Warcraft. If you've ever played it, you can download, for example, Auctioneer is a famous mod that you can get, or a plugin that you can get for World of Warcraft. And what it will do is it will completely replace the interface that you have with the auction house. So when you go there, it comes with all kinds of powerful tools for searching items and sorting and filtering items in the auction house, looking for bargains, placing bids, you know, managing the things you've got for sale. The UI, the screens that you get, are completely different to what you get in the game. It totally replaces them. Now, given that they've already got engine telemetry in this game, so there's all kinds of stats being pumped out of the engine now, yeah? If they was to integrate that with scripting, you could feasibly have scripting written by mod authors so that they could look at the telemetry of the engine and, you know, draw things on the screen, present all kinds of information on the screen that isn't there now. Or maybe, you know, for example, that sat-nav on the display, you see that? What about that? That would be the perfect opportunity. Not just the overlay sat-nav, but the one on the cockpit dashboard. If you was to allow the mod authors to draw in that space, then they could extend the information that you get out of this game. They could provide it with all kinds of other stuff. You know, telemetry information, or information about what your drivers are currently doing, what journey they're on, how much they're earning right now. You know, just information, data. If you've got access to data, if the mod authors can get access to the data and they can draw it on the screen, then that opens the door for some fantastic mods, I think. But not only that, one of the things I hope they've done is that they have written the AI in a scripting language. And this dude's, you crazy ass, you absolute crazy idiot. I hope that's stopped in the next AI. Because if they've done it with a scripting language, then that would open the door for plugins. So if the AI has got certain events, like when it's making decisions about things, it could call out to a script, which is provided by SCS, but can be overridden and replaced by a mod author. So that means, oh, look, a Yazoo trailer. Cool. It means that mod authors could then develop changes to the AI. They could make it behave differently, either for fun or for you could have like crazy aggressive AI, for example, just for a laugh. Or you could have, if they could script in changes to, you know, how often vehicles are spawned or how they interact on the road. You know, you could create rush hour traffic jams in script, and the mod authors could go off and do it. All SCS have to do is open the door, and the mod authors will rush through it. They've just got to provide the facilities for this stuff. And scripting is the next level up from modding. Being able to mod the trailers and the trucks is great. And being able to mod the map is great. But the next thing is programmatic scripting and modding. And I hope SCS, I hope they're listening for a start. And I hope that they take this on board, because it will just open this game up so much. The possibilities then become amazing. Programmatic modding is just opens up the door. Anyway, I've ranted on about that enough. We'll see. The AI pack will come soon, I think, in 1.8, and we shall see if there's any announcement, any news about scripting. I've not seen any kind of information yet, but you never know what Pavel's doing. You could have things in the pipeline and then suddenly spring it on all of us. So yeah, that's the main thing I want, and I would like to see, and I have mentioned this directly to Pavel actually. If you notice, my money now is on 827 grand. If I go to sleep, I'll wake up, I'll be on nearly $1 million, because I've got so many drivers now, so many trucks. And I haven't got that many, I've only got 30 odd, I think. I know of people who've got 150. Yeah, and they've maxed out on all of the drivers that you can get in the game. They've bought all the garages, they've upgraded them all, you know, they can't do any more. Endgame content is something that needs to be considered by SCS. And I have mentioned to Pavel the idea of an achievement system. You know, an achievement system, for example, if you know PlayStation trophies or Xbox G points, that kind of thing. And it comes with rewards. So you could set an achievement in this game, could be set for when you're just starting out. It could be, you know, drive 1,000 kilometers in any truck. It could be an achievement, and it would just unlock some points. Thank you very much, wonderful. But then you could go on and do more interesting stuff, like you could have drive 10,000 kilometers in a Scania, or drive 10,000 kilometers in a Volvo, and there would be different achievements for each one. So then you would be tempted, once you've done that achievement in your Scania, you would be tempted to go and get into your Volvo and try and get the unlock for that. Now, if those achievements were then tied in to unlocks, yeah, so accessory unlocks or cosmetic unlocks. So, for example, there would be a bunch of achievements that you would do for a Scania, and there would be an unlock that you would get that would give you some kind of skin for your Scania that you can't normally get. It's some kind of exclusive skin. So you would work towards those objectives and those goals, and even though money has become irrelevant for you, you want to unlock all of the other stuff in the game. Do you see where I'm going with that? And that would at least give all the experienced truck drivers of this game some end-game content, some objectives to strive for. I knew there was a reason why I'd be slowing down. Speed cameras, 90k. I think we're in France now, aren't we? So France is well renowned for speed cameras and tolls. And that's exactly what we are starting to see. So I hope he does that. I hope that that isn't just in Euro Truck Simulator, but American Truck Simulator too. I want to see some end game content, some achievements, to make the game interesting when we're at the higher levels. I mean, I'm rank 29, nearly 30, I think, and already things are becoming. I mean, enjoying playing the game, enjoying trying out different trucks and different trailers. But I've seen quite a bit of the map now. I've not done 100% exploration, but I've seen a lot. And if it wasn't for mods, it would be hard to keep this game fresh. There needs to be other things to do. And given the massive following this game has now, I think it has to be something on the agenda over at SCS. That was quite a tight gap through there. Right. So we're approaching the end of the journey now. We've only got 40 kilometers left. And look at this, we're about to go through yet another toll road. Welcome to France. Let's see if I can do it without stopping. If we can time it right. Nope. Damn. That guy came flying around the corner. Wasn't going to happen. Dijon. Dijon. What is that? Is that cheese? I can't remember. Is Dijon cheese or... Oh, I'm thinking of the food. Oh, what is it? It's on the tip of my tongue now. Dijon. Not... I can't remember. Can anybody remember what Dijon is? I'm going to look this up on Google after this. I know it's something that you eat, but I can't remember if it's well known for cheese or scampi or something like that. What is this? There's nobody here. Just lift the barrier up and let me go through, dude. More French francs. Well, I'm bringing you guys in France the best drink in the world. Yazoo banana milkshake. Which I haven't had any for a while because, well, I've not been to Macro. I keep buying it in little £1 bottles, but really I want to go down to Macro or Costco and buy a big tray of the stuff. Well, the Volvo's been quite nice so far. It's had no problem pulling this thing. Absolutely no problem. What's that on the right? Is that a stadium or something? Zenith. What is that? Is it a factory? 22 kilometers. We're in Dijon, I think. Which I've never discovered before, so we're going to get a discovery in a minute. Oh, there it is. You can see it down there now. Right turn. Oh, hello. I'll just give way for you. See, that lane changing there is something that they need to do as well. I don't know what the speed limit is, so I'm going to drop down to 70. That's something they need to do, the new AI. Is if that was me pulling out there, they need to give way as I'm getting on, or at least change lane or something, if they can. Speaking of giveaway point there. I've had a relatively safe drive after a little incident with the car. I've had a good safe drive so far. Have you guys enjoyed the Photoshop stuff that you've been able to do in this game since 1.7 and uploading it to the website? 6 of your favourite kind of photos on your profile. It's quite cool, isn't it? I do like it. I can't wait till they build some more features into the website. Why is this guy overtaking me? It's a 70 speed limit. I'm doing just over 60, and this dude is... Look at the bend! He's overtaking me the outside of a bend! What a madman! What an absolute crazy dude. I hope some of the AI cars actually speed. That would be fun. Yeah, some of them are just like, ah, sod it, I don't care about the speed limit, or I'm in a rush. Because that's human nature. And that's what they should do. But I think one of the things we all want to see in this game is emergency services and police cars and police escorts and stuff. I hope they put that in one day, but you know, my wish list stretches out to the garden, basically. I understand they can't do everything. And here we are. Stokes, this is the delivery point. A little bit busy in here. What's all this stuff in the middle of the courtyard? Just forklifts everywhere and boxes. You got loads of forklifts. There we go. I should do it if I can just turn it that way. Get it to come back on itself. Offside reverse is always more difficult. You can't really see out those mirrors well enough to see where you need to be. So I'm going to have to pop out of the cab. Now what I like to do is pop out of the cab but not be moving. So this is me getting out of my truck. Whoops. This is me getting out of my truck and having a look round to see where I am. But I don't reverse like that because, I mean, I always like to reverse my trucks in, but it's up to you what you do, because reversing is not particularly easy. But I feel that if I go third person outside and I start you know, parking it like that. It feels like, you know, eye in the sky. It doesn't feel like a sim anymore to me. We can straighten her up now. We can see down this inside mirror. That's better. There we go. That's just the way I do it anyway. Like I've said before, it's entirely up to you how you play a sim. I would never hold it against you if you reversed in third person. Play a sim how you want, that's the whole point. And there we go. A good delivery, I would say. How many miles have we done in the Volvo? Anyway, 700 kilometers driven. Excellent service. They were happy with that. No penalties. Rank 30. Elite. I've hit level 30, guys. I need to decide what to boost myself in. Fragile, just-in-time delivery. Let's max this one out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more pips to do. And then I can't level up that stuff anymore, so... yeah, Endgame is approaching. Right. I hope you enjoyed that. That was the first proper run. Let's turn that off. In the Volvo. You can see the kind of reddish brown of that now, can't you? Yazoo delivered to the French. They can drink that banana milkshake and enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please remember to click like if you did. And share it with your friends. Don't forget to tell them about my videos. It all helps. And don't miss the next stream. Twitch.tv/thesquirrelsnuts. Get over there, hit follow. Don't miss a stream. Until next time, guys, take care. And happy trucking.